The Dick Van Dyke Show. That's me right there. About 1959. And here's a portrait that was done about the same time. You get a better look. When I was 6 or 7, or maybe 8 or 9, I had a dream that still rings vividly for me. We had watched the Emmy Awards show that night, and I remember seeing Dick Van Dyke running up to the dais several times, each time feigning unworthiness still, each time accepting the award for the show that bore his name. I loved the Dick Van Dyke Show. I thought Dick Van Dyke and Mary Tyler Moore were the coolest people on the planet, cooler than the Pope. And they only had one child, Richie. Why couldn't that be me? I went to sleep that night in a room that held 9 beds, and one of those was for Grandma. I slept, and I went to another world. In the world I now inhabited, I was the son of Rob and Laura Petrie. And to make it even more heavenly, it was Christmas morning. Oh, this was heaven. This was happiness. My existence mattered. I wasn't one of the Kolinskis. I was Joey Petrie. I dreamt of being the only child of the coolest people on earth. I went to sleep that night with Rob and Laura on my mind. I loved them. And then I woke up. And then I cried. I wasn't an only child. I was the 9th of the Kolinskis, and I wasn't even the baby. I had a little brother and a little sister, and there would still be 2 more after that. Now, bear in mind, I bear these siblings no malice. They're all fine people. Each is wonderful in their own way, but they stood between me and my parents. Each, from the eldest, whom I hardly knew, to the youngest, who was yet to be determined, was competition for the attention I craved. Whenever Pop heard a complaint about the number of people in the house, even something as unthreatening as, "Why'd you have so many kids?" he would respond with the query, "Which ones would you have me send back?" Which is as much as asking, "Which ones would you have me kill?" There can be no response to that, right? Even all the latitude that might be afforded a 6-year-old, what can a kid say back to that? I had learned early on, rather than say something that would garner no satisfactory result, better to hold my peace. Hold my peace and wait for opportunity.